You must be blind. She's entrancing, enthralling, intoxicating. God bless my heart, what's the matter with me? My name is Vince Gover, and I'm playing Scaffio.
My name is Lance Olds, and I'm playing Fantis.
I'm Sam Balzac, and I'm playing Tarara, who has recently been appointed public exploder to the king.
What I like most about Scaffio is that he is both a conniving, scheming villain and an absolute clown.
Fantis is very passionate. He feels deeply. He loves deeply. When he's ignored, he is furious. He goes to extremes, and I really enjoy that.
He is probably the least qualified person for this position because he is extremely skittish. I like how determined he is in the face of adversity.
I think my most favorite moment, if it's not my reaction to seeing the Princess Zara in Act 1, it's the trio in Act 2 with Fantis and Tarara when we scheme and come up with what we're going to do to overthrow the king.
He's unhappy that they haven't yet decided that the king needs to be blown up. They're trying to plan what to do, but they're all still kind of at odds with each other.
He finds out that Scaffio is going to help him, and he gets so overwhelmed that he can't express himself in just words, but has to dance.
I think Tarara's version of Utopia is a very quiet place without a lot of loud noises.
I think he would already figure out what love is, and he would have already met his true love.
I think audiences should come to see this show. If you've seen other NYGASP shows, you're going to see a lot of people who are familiar, but they're getting a chance to do what they do best.
It's a criticism of imperialism and colonialism. Those of us who like Gilbert and Sullivan are certainly not strangers to any kind of satire on the government. This is one that still feels very potent to us in this time.
It is blatant in its criticism of limited liability in terms of as an institution, like the beginnings of people being able to not be liable for their debts. Also, we don't have one Patterman, we have 3.
No, I think not, no. There's one on my dressing table.
Not beautiful.
Nice looking. My name is Alexandra Imbrosci-Viera, and I'm playing Princess Kaliba.
My name is Laura Sudduth, and I am playing Princess Nakaya.
I'm Logan Pitts, and I play Mr. Goldberry.
My name is Jack Murphy, and I am playing Lord Dromily in Utopia Limited.
What I like most about my character is that even though she's been taught to be the ideal, modest English maiden, being a little bit mischievous and fun-loving and competitive is more relatable.
I relate, being a bit of a perfectionist myself, to the opportunity to let loose and have someone encourage you to sing and play.
One of my favorite things about him is how passionate he is. He is a 19th century finance bro. He is here to say, yes, corporations, capitalism, I'm going to transform your life. And that's exactly what he does.
He is all about the Utopians' appearance as they become a part of this Anglican court. It's fun to play somebody that has a little bit of a pompous air to them, maybe a little snooty, but he doesn't think he's snooty.
My favorite moment in the show is the quartet we get to sing in Act 2. We abandon our musty-fusty rules of life, and we learn that princesses can be fun-loving as well.
The twins get to come out and present themselves for the first time. We are good pupils most of the time, but we can be a little bit naughty and competitive.
One of my favorite parts of the show, Mr. Goldberry gets up and gives what I've been describing as a Victorian TED Talk on the greatness of capitalism.
It's this big music hall vaudevillian number. I think it's a great representation of how hybrid Gilbert and Sullivan can be of opera and musical theater.
My character's version of Utopia is wearing pretty dresses and sitting around eating little cakes all day.
The world where she can go horseback riding and do her outdoor activities. She's a horse girl.
A world in which everything is systemized and optimized for prime success. He says, in fact, that everything is ripe for companification.
My character's version of Utopia is entirely anglicized. Our virtues are strong, our morals are strong, and we believe it's what's right.
I think audiences would enjoy Utopia because it's a wonderful GNS Easter egg hunt.
I think there's a lot of principal characters that you will enjoy seeing.
It is shockingly relevant and modern.
I think audiences will appreciate the irony of the show and, of course, Gilbert's famous witty script. Kindly produce your council accoutrement.
My monarch is soliloquizing. I will withdraw. My name is Hannah Holmes, and I'm playing Lady Sophie.
Hi, I'm Matthew Wages. I'm playing King Paramount the First.
I'm Sophie Thompson, and I'm playing the role of Princess Zara.
I am Cameron Smith, and I'm playing Captain Fitzbattleaxe.
What I like most playing King Paramount is he has so many diverse storylines. He plays a father, he plays a political puppet, a budding journalist, if I dare say so myself.
Of all of the contralto roles that I've portrayed in GNS, she is the realist person. She feels like a person who's torn between her passions and her propriety.
She is educated, intelligent, and taken seriously through the whole show.
He's not just the typical lovesick tenor. He's actually very clever. He knows how to scheme and plot a little bit.
My favorite part in the show is when King Paramount and Lady Sophie, their love story kind of unfolds.
I have 2 duets with Matthew Wages, and I love working with him. And in the first one, I'm so buttoned up, and in the second one, I get to release my passion.
So cheesy, but I love the love duets. Captain Fitzbattleaxe and Zara have already fallen in love. So we're coming into this in a more mature light.
My favorite moment in the show is when the wise men fall in love with Zara, but Captain Fitzbattleaxe comes up with a plan to make them agree to duel each other, so he gets to keep the girl.
King Paramount's version of Utopia is really making all of his people, his family happy, but more importantly, himself.
Everybody has buttoned their shirts up past their chin. They follow every rule. They pray every morning.
Her guilty pleasure is dress-up time, fanciful outfits, trying them on several times a day. This is so nice, honey, but I really do have to get changed into my new dress.
The perfect world is he can actually do a lot of the work that would be very hard in England because the Admiralty and the Horse Guards are interfering.
This is such an exciting production. It's completely new. We're all discovering these characters for the first time.
We have such a wonderful group of singers and actors and artistes.
It is a show for Gilbert and Sullivan lovers, pure and simple. There are so many little Easter eggs. Also, it's incredibly timely. We are doing a show about the creation of a new government and how we're trying to make a utopian civilization.
I don't think you want to miss the opportunity to see NYGASPers Gone Wild.
It's English, is it? Then of course it's all right. Carry on, ladies. It's particularly English.
I'm James Mills, Artistic Director of New York Gilbert and Sullivan Players and the Stage Director of our new production of Utopia Limited. Our patrons have come to love our legacy productions and the rotation that come back year after year. I think Utopia Limited is going to surprise people because of how fresh it is. This is my first season as artistic director, and it's very exciting to put a stamp on something that's completely new. I really love this show. It's a diamond in the rough. This particular comic opera has not been performed in a fully staged version by New York Gilbert and Sullivan Players ever in its 50-year history. This is a great opportunity to come see the company you love on stage on a new set with new costumes, full orchestra in the pit. It's going to be such a treat for New York audiences. This is going into my 21st season with the company, and for 20 of those seasons, I was exclusively an actor. This year, this is the first time that I'm really behind the table for the whole process. It's a very different dynamic to be directing your peers and your friends. I love it, but it's a challenge. What's been particularly rewarding for me in this process is seeing actors that the NYGASP audience may have only seen in the background come to the foreground. And some of these hilarious choices, line readings in these scenes. They're making me laugh at every single rehearsal. The story centers around foreign influence and government bureaucracy and corruption. Utopia is trying to make itself as great as possible, so they bring the British influences in to fix everything. The good thing about Gilbert and Sullivan is Gilbert always touches on those topics in a tender way, a biting satire and very witty, but not offensive. While Utopia Limited may not be particularly familiar with our audience or with GNS audiences in general, any Gilbert and Sullivan lover should come see this production because it is a love letter to Gilbert and Sullivan. It is a veritable Easter egg hunt of little Gilbertian nods to other shows. It's been a joy to find those moments and put them in and watch people in the rehearsal room realize, oh, I know what that's from.
Come see Utopia Limited.
Come see Utopia Limited.
Come see Utopia
Limited.
At the Kaye Playhouse.
April 18th and 19th.
One weekend only.
1 weekend only.
Support live theater.
Support live theater.
It's particularly English.